Colleen Lorraine Yard of number 17 Sheraton Park, Christchurch, and Yearwood Road, St. Michael, passed away peacefully at age 69 within hours of admission to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital on January 19, 2026. Born on September 28, 1956, Colleen was known for her peaceful and accommodating nature, always placing others before herself. She built a meaningful career as the owner and operator of Made to Measure. Her warmth and generosity left lasting impressions on all who knew her. Lovingly remembered by daughters Naomi and Nandi Yard, granddaughter Zakiah Yard Goddard, mother Gloria Yard, sisters Angela and Coralita Yard, brothers Carl Yard and Carlisle Thompson, uncles David, Sinclair, Winfield, and Joseph Griffith, aunts Loretta, Olney, and Maureen Griffith, and Maylene Yard, sons-in-law of Xavier Goddard and Emmanuel Kerr, relatives Sahi, Gina, and Alana Griffith, Perry, Hartley, Colin, and Michael Aline, Henderson Bourne, Daphne Cox, the Griffith, Yard, Hurst, Walks, Benjamin, Mears, and Hunt families. Longtime special friends of Marcia Hollingsworth, Margaret Graves, Hetty Hines, Elaine White, Roosevelt Austin, Emerson Davis, the Davis family, the Ford family, Made to Measure family, Ellerslie schoolmates and other family members, godchildren and friends too numerous to mention. Colleen was predeceased by her father, Edison Carlisle Yard, Uncle Rupert Yard and Harriet Griffith, and special friend Cheryl Knight King. The celebration of life service will be held on February 23, 2026, from 10 a.m. to 12 noon at Coleridge Memorial Chapel, Christchurch. Live streaming may be viewed via inlovingmemory.online/Colleen Yard.
Don't look so sad. I know it's over. But life goes on, and this world keeps on turning. Let's just be glad we had this time to spend together. There is no need to watch the bridges that we're burning. Lay your head on my pillow, sweet babe. Hold your warm and tender body close to mine. hear the whisper of the raindrops roll softly against my window all late at night. Make believe you love me one more time. Yeah. For the good times. Hey. For the good times. I'll get along, and I'm sure you'll find another. But baby, please remember, I'll be here. I'm gonna stay right here. If you should ever find you need me, yeah. Don't say a word about tomorrow or forever and ever and ever and ever. There'll be time enough for severance when you leave. For the good time, oh yeah. For the good time, lay your head. Lay your head on my pillow. This is one time, girl. One time. Hold your warm and tender body close to mine. Oh, baby, won't you hear that whisper? Hear that whisper? Oh, the raindrops. Oh, the raindrops blowing softly, against my window. All you gotta do is make believe you love me one more time. For the good time. For the good times. And here's what you ought to do is lay your head on my pillow. I just wanna hold you, tender lovely body close to my heart. to be here alone with a lover unlike no other. Sad to see a new horizon slowly coming into view. Yeah, I wanna be living for the love of you. Oh, yes, I am. All that I'm giving is for the love of you. All right now, lovely as a ray of sun that touches me when the morning comes, feels good to me. Yeah, my love and me. Well, smoother than a gentle breeze, flowing through my mind with ease, soft as can be. Well, when you're loving me, when you're loving me, love to be riding the waves of your love, enchanted with your touch. And it seems to me we could sail together in and out of mystery. Well, I wanna be living for the love of you. All right now, all that I'm giving is for the love of you. You got me, girl. I wanna be living for the love of you. All right now, all that I'm giving is for the love of you. Oh, yes, I am. Paradise I have within. Can't feel insecure again. You're the key. Well, and this I see. Oh, I see. Now and then I lose my way, using words to try to say what I feel. Yeah, love is real. Oh, love is real. Ooh, I might as well sign my name on a card which can say it better. Time will tell, 'cause it seems that I've done just about all that I can do. I know that I'm living for the love of you. Oh, yes, I am. I know that I'm living for the love of you. Every day I'm living for love of you. I'm living for the love each and every day. Oh, yes, I am. I want to say it one more time. Said I'm living for the love each and every day. Oh, Lord knows I am. Write that down. Said that I'm living for the love of you. Oh, I swear I do. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them alone for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, bright blessed days and dark sacred nights. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow are so pretty in the sky, and also on the faces of people passing by. Well, I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They really say, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Good morning. Please be seated. I'm David Ellis, and I have been asked by the family of Colleen Yard to take you through today's proceedings. Like many of you in the audience, I am from Black Rock. Like you, many of you, I am from Ellerslie. I went to school there with Colleen. And like all of you, I am a friend of Colleen's. Let me therefore welcome all of you to this session and Today we want to come together to celebrate Colleen's life and her memory. And it means a lot to her family to have so many of you gathered here to reflect on a life that has been well lived. Colleen brought a lot of warmth and joy to so many people in Barbados. And though there is grief that she is no longer with us, we want to honor the selflessness and the joy that she brought to so many. So we invite you to share those memories with us here today. We want to focus throughout this entire program on matters and things that were really significant to Colleen in her life. And she would have wanted all of us to celebrate rather than to cry on this occasion. To start us off today, her daughter Nandi, one of her daughters, made a choice. And this choice is in the form of, I think it will be a dance, led by Aisha Komishong. Its focus is called Death is Nothing at All. And when that is finished, there will be a solo by one of our well-known singers, Nikita. Thank you.
Death is nothing at all. It does not count. I have only slipped away into the next room. Nothing has happened. Everything remains exactly as it was. I am I, and you are you. And the old life that we lived so fondly together is untouched, unchanged. Whatever we were to each other, that we are still. Call me by the old familiar name. Speak of me in the easy way which you always used. Put no difference into your tone. Wear no forced air of solemnity or sorrow. Laugh as we always laughed at the little jokes that we enjoyed together. Play, smile, think of me, pray for me. Let my name be ever the household word that it always was. Let it be spoken without an effort, without the ghost of a shadow upon it. Life means all that it ever meant. It is the same as it ever was. There's absolute and unbroken continuity. What is this death but a negligible accident? Why should I be out of mind because I am out of sight? I am but waiting for you for an interval somewhere very near, just around the corner. All is well. Nothing is hurt. Nothing is lost. One brief moment and all will be as it was before. How we shall laugh at the trouble of parting when we meet again. Thank you.
Whenever one do-
So many of you know, or may not know, my parents, both of them went to school with Andy's mom. We later became friends, family really. And she's a lover of music, especially Bajan music. I knew she loved my Aunt Carlin's music so much, and this song especially. And I know you all know it, so feel free to sing along, as I know she's singing with us in spirit. my friends were talking about you, say that I should check you out. So I finally decided to see you and see what they were talking about. You exceeded expectations. Yes, indeed, you're so fine. I only spent a little time with you. Now I just can't get you out of my mind. 'Cause you are beautiful and unspoiled. I've never seen your eyes before. Whatever the indisposition, sure don't have a card. And when I'm wrapped up in your embrace, all my fears disappear. Please don't let nobody change you. You will never be without a friend. Guess you make friends without trying. They don't wanna go away. 'Cause here I am standing at your door, only wishing that I could stay. Thoughts of you would come every night before I go to sleep. I think it's only fair to tell you, memories of you run deep. Say, you are beautiful and unspoiled. I never see your eyes before. Whatever the indisposition, sure don't have a cure. And when I'm wrapped up in your embrace, all my tears disappear. Please don't let nobody change you, and you will never be without a friend. Say, let nobody change you, and you will never be without a friend.
Thank you. And that song was particularly special because it was written and sung originally by Cheryl Hackett, who was a childhood friend of Colleen's. Next, we have a series of tributes. And we'll first hear from Colleen's daughters, Nakomi and Nandi.
Good morning. Well, I'm neither Nandi nor Nakomi, but they have entrusted me, Ashley Dial, to read their tributes on their behalf. So, tribute from Nakomi. Even though my mother only gave birth to 2 children, she was mother and auntie to many. Growing up in her house was always filled with children, especially when she worked from home, because she treated everyone like family. Whether they were children from the neighborhood, my friends from school, or even the children from her friends or staff, she always kept her door open to them and made sure they had a meal. They were safe, and they had many clothes. Any clothes that they needed, she would make them. She made sure they were made to perfection. Mommy was compassionate and would often lend a listening ear to those who needed it, whether it was via telephone or in person. I remember many nights she would go outside and talk to the neighbor's son and his friends, who would often sit on the guard wall. Driving with my mother could easily turn into an adventure, because if she saw anyone she knew heading in the direction she was going, she would be sure to give them a ride. Now, tribute from Nandi. My mother and I had an inseparable bond. She was an integral part of my existence. To know me is to know Co, as she was affectionately known to many of us. She always found a way to support my many endeavors, despite her own hectic life. I was that overly clingy, attached at the hip baby. If she had a party to attend, I was there in my crib. This flourished into a relationship where any activity that piqued my interest, she was committed to nurturing. And there were many. She is the definition of unwavering support and reliability, and that didn't just stop at her children. She would often drive around doing football mom pickups and drop-offs. She never missed a game, a performance, lessons drop-off, or any activity in my life, no matter how small it may have seemed. She taught commitment and how important it is to see a project through to completion because my word was my bond. She taught me to be free and flexible enough to pivot when life changes course, and that everything will be okay and an adventure was always around the corner. She taught me how to enjoy the moment, even if it meant that just sitting briefly to have dinner together late at night after a long day, or random link-ups just to walk the beach. I think everyone here has experienced some form of her kindness, which usually meant going above and beyond to help others. She was always found a way to squeeze you in and get the job done without sacrificing quality. An example of this would be watching her quickly make me last-minute yet long-lasting outfits of the highest standard for any occasion. Her presence was undeniable. If Cole said she would be there, you can guarantee you would see her. More than likely she would be late, but always present. I remember forgetting my football boots for a very important game back at my hotel. One call to Cole, she left work, went to the hotel, spoke to the front desk, collected the shoes, and dropped them to the game. She was always open, accepting, and committed to understanding the unknown. Her nurturing spirit and guidance taught me meaning of love, strength, confidence, self-love, and respect by living example. Most importantly, she taught me how to find joy in even the simplest things. I stand strong because of her shoulders. Support, presence, understanding, caring, gentle, undeniable light, kindness, and calmness. I am grateful for the time we shared and mourn the time and memories we will not get to build, but would choose you as a mother in every lifetime. We were all blessed to have and experience Cole's light, and I think that we all should hold on to this as a way of how she made us feel. Dance in the sky is Cole.
Thank you. Next, we will hear from Colleen's siblings, Angela and Carl.
When I first got the news that, what Colleen was going through, and I realized it was so dire, I just felt that my whole world just collapsed. I felt like the walls, I was at home and the walls just felt like they were closing in. I couldn't function, I was shaking, and I just couldn't function because it's funny that even though when people are alive, we don't think about them a lot, right? But when they die, then all of a sudden now you think about them, and there's such a comfort in knowing that they're there. There's something comforting that knowing the person that you love is there. With Colleen, I can say we had lots of fun as a family, we had lots of fun. This is why the Yard's funerals would always be different. I know some people are used to the whole religious stuff, but we had fun when we grew up, so we figured we were going to have fun going out. I always wonder why we don't tell each other how much we love each other as siblings, right? Because as much, I told Colleen I loved her several times, But now that she's not here, I wonder if I'd said it enough. You want to do that extra when the person's not here. So, because we have moms who never said they love you to the kids. We have kids who never said they love you to their moms or to their dads. I always found that interesting. But yet we go out, we meet people, right? You're at a bar, club, whatever, you meet someone and I love you, I love you, I love you. But the person that you live with, that grew up with you and is there for you, it's hard for us to tell them how much we love them. I probably didn't tell Colleen how much I loved her, but I know I have said it several times to her. And but Colleen, her response, I can tell it made her feel uncomfortable. I know saying I love you makes a lot of people uncomfortable, right? You can cuss somebody out in a second, but I love you, that's very hard. But I'm sure Colleen knew how much I loved her. And my sister Anne, who's here, I always tell her how much I love her, and she knows that. And this started for me when I was about 14. Getting into girls and I love you popping out. And I thought to myself, I have sisters that I have never thought to tell I love them. But this girl that I just met, right? Like, but you know why 15-year-old boys say love you, right? I remember like so I decided I'm going to start telling my sisters I love them. But I had to find some different way of saying it. And when I would annoy them, they would say, you make me sick, which is it. And I would say, yeah, and I love you too. Kind of sarcastic, but I meant it because I really felt like I should be telling my close family that I love them. And I used to annoy my sisters. Colleen, deathly afraid of lizards. Deathly afraid of lizards. Didn't want nothing to do with a lizard. So what I would do back then, you remember those things, those little hooks you made with the grass, and I would do that, catch a lizard, make sure it was a nice, big, fat lizard, and then I would hang it from the kitchen door, and then I would go in the yard, and I would, Colleen, come, Colleen, come, Colleen, please come. Colleen would come running, and it, bam, right there. Big lizard. Oh my God, you made me sick. But through all of that, we still were a close family, and and again, I'm glad that I was able to tell her how much I loved her. And also, while we are here, we're all alive, and you guys can hear me, because my dad would always say, it doesn't make sense showing how much you love people after they're gone. So now that all you guys are here, and I'm here, my close friends, I want y'all guys to know that I love you very much, and I appreciate you, my uncles, David and Sinclair and Winfield. I love you guys so much. And Joe, sorry, Joe. Sorry, Uncle Joe, I love you so much. You guys, you never sat me down and said, here's what you need to do in life. But you set an example. And I was watching. You guys never said anything, but I watched your example. And I never wanted to disappoint my family just from watching how my uncles moved through life and their successes and stuff like that. I followed that. And even though I'm living in the US, all of my friends that I went to school with, I'm gonna miss a couple of people, but I know if I miss you, please don't hold it against me. Close friend Winfield, AKA Wacky, if you're here, I love you, brother. Diane, what's up, brother? And Jan, I love you guys. Pardon me? Margaret and Hetty, when this thing happened, Ann told me what Colleen was dealing with. And then I didn't hear from Ann, so then I started calling. I called Hetty, I called Margaret. I was trying to get Emerson because I was hoping somebody would give me good news. I heard bad news from Hetty. I said, oh, she don't know what she's talking. Let me call Margaret. Let me try Margaret, maybe Margaret. But, it was what it was. And, as I always say, the circle of life, and I would encourage you guys to, I know it's going to be hard, but tell the people you love them, because once they're gone, they're gone. Thank you.
I'm not going to say very much. This is going to be my mouthpiece. This is one of my very best friends. These are things that my mom and I have been talking about since Colleen passed, things that, you know, involved her, the way she lived, what we thought about some of the things she did, some of the things we thought she shouldn't have done. I wrote them all down, and he will read what my mom and I talked about and think about now that, well, we actually thought about it all her life, not just because she died, because we always wanted her to take more of herself for herself. And she was just happy to give all of herself. So I'm going to read just a little poem, and he'll read mine and Mom's 2 pages. And as Mom said when I showed it to her, she says, who doesn't want to stay and listen to all of this? They can leave. So this is what a little poem says, hope you had an idea how special you were, how much joy you brought to this earth. That smile on your face was a thing of great grace, that the world was improved by your birth. We know you had an idea how much you were loved, and that nothing was ever more true, that the very best gift anyone could receive, this is my part, was a sister exactly like you. Now, this is David, who is going to be Angela and Gloria today.
Okay, thanks, Anne. Just let me say that I have been around this family for more than 50 years. Colleen and I used to have a lot of summers going to Boston in the days of Pan Am. And if you remember, with Pan Am, you could bring as many suitcases as you can. And it got so bad that when we packed to come back home, that we had to take back some of the things to Costco because we already had too many things. Anyhow, here goes a tribute from Anne and Mom Gloria. Colleen lived to serve others with generosity and grace. She passed due to an aortic dissection, marking an interesting ending to the life of someone who did everything for everyone from her heart. At Ellerslie Secondary School, she made numerous lifelong friends, many of whom she shared with me by including me meaning Angela, whenever I was around and they were socializing, and with our family by bringing them home for lunch or to our family gatherings. She followed her mom's footsteps, being a seamstress, after attending the Samuel Jackman Prescott Polytechnic, where she laid the foundation for a career that would blend artistry with service. They were in awe of her talent way back then and proudly wore the expertly made garments she created at such a young age for Angela in particular to wear to fairs and parties. She's saying that hot pants outfit was her favorite. But don't let the name fool you. Those of us who are old enough to have had hot pants, not me, can attest to them being very conservative by today's standards. As the owner and operator of Made to Measure, Colleen became renowned for her custom-made garments that emphasized both fit and personal expression. Her impeccable work reflected not only technical skill, but also a deep understanding of the person's personal clothing style. Clients trusted her eye and appreciated her dedication to craftsmanship. That dedication to craftsmanship and her discerningly keen eye earned the admiration of her many clients and professional colleagues. Many of her clients have clothes made 20 plus years ago that are still good to wear once they have kept their girlish figures. Beyond her professional accomplishments, Colleen was known for living a peaceful, compassionate, and accommodating life. She constantly put others before herself and cultivated meaningful connections with those around her. Her warmth extended into every interaction, whether through a shared laugh, a listening ear, and left lasting impressions on all who knew her. Colleen found joy in many pursuits outside of work, though in recent times she didn't seem to have enough time for any pursuits. She still made time to attend shows and concerts, especially during crop over season. She loved dancing, especially ballroom and soca dancing, and had a passion for folk singing and square dancing from her Ellerslie folk chorale days. Music played an important role in her life. She often listened to oldies and calypso tunes that brought rhythm and nostalgia into her home. She cherished time spent sea bathing and found great pleasure in socializing with close friends and family. Conversations with loved ones were among her favorite pastimes. Colleen, the bleeding heart, as Anne often called her, was always considering everyone's plight, whether real or assumed, constantly extending her generous heart to everyone, family, friend, stranger, or foe, worthy or unworthy. She always said that she would not let other people's unreasonable behavior change how she treats them or anyone else. She got great business advice, but instead chose to follow her heart. If you remember at the beginning, we talked about the way that she left us, and this part here is kind of meaningful in that aspect. Like the time she agreed, she needed to take a down payment from clients to avoid being stuck with the cost she incurred from unclaimed garments. When discreetly asked about the down payment policy, when the clients dropped off the fabric, she would whisper, "That person is okay, next time." For Colleen, everybody was okay, and it was always next time. She really did, if ever, take a down payment, except from the few clients that voluntarily give them. Another was the time she implemented paying the workers by the piece instead of by the hour, which seemed like a sure, mutual beneficial arrangement for all. However, while calculating the weekly wages, she realized a few workers didn't make as much money when paid by the piece as they did before. So in true Colleen's fashion, she reverted to paying by the hour because she was overly concerned that they weren't getting enough money, not that they weren't working fast enough. She often allowed clients to collect garments without paying, sometimes for years, while she continued to make and deliver more garments they brought. She would justify this by saying, in the case of big business, it was for a different department. And as many of you know, Colleen made for some very established companies in Barbados. In the case of small business, she would say that they had high overhead costs and that the business wasn't going well. And in the case of individuals, they would just pay when they have the money, she would often say. And in fact, she basically had excuses for everyone. She worked countless hours to deliver garments and somehow still found the time to go above and beyond to accommodate favors and requests for family members, friends, and even strangers. If you heard in Nandy's tribute, an example of that would be when she forgot her football boots and she requested her mom to leave what she was doing, and so in other words, what I'm saying is that the word no was never part of her vocabulary. Her closest friends and Anne and all of us often volunteered to tell people no for her. Colleen gave much of herself, and she didn't keep enough of herself for herself. That was her choice, and she never considered doing it any differently. She loved her family, her friends, her work, helping others, and a beastly cold Banks beer, a description she stole from Uncle Winfield. She loved living in BIM and never considered leaving, even though she received US permanent residence status in 1987. Her legacy of kindness, creativity, and selflessness will continue to inspire Anne and the family, and hopefully those who were fortunate enough to know her. We enjoyed most of the time we spent together, except when Anne had to resist the urge to take a hammer to her cell phone, and sometimes to the people who call, incessantly interrupting their sister-to-sister time. And Anne says, in this congregation here, that you know who you are. So for the final words, I'll let Anne read that.
She was simply lovable, and we would love her and miss her forever.
Kayla and Kezaria are described as unofficially adopted daughter and granddaughter of Colleen. Their tributes are next.
So I am Kayla, this is Kezaria. I am the elder sister of Nakomi and Nandi, by extension, their niece. Our tribute is in the form of 2 poems that I wrote that captures who Colleen meant to us.
A grandmother to me. You are not my grandmother by name, yet you chose to love me all the same. With a heart this pure, your kind is rare. You wrap my world with tender care. Your affection to me shone like morning light. You were warm, soft, kind, and bright. Every interaction with you was pure delight, and these memories I hold tight with all my might. Your beauty was not just in face, but your patience, willingness, love, and grace. A strength that bent but never did break. You had a heart that gave for giving's sake. You are grand cool to me. In various ways love can be. You are beautiful, loving, strong, and wise, and you will forever be remembered in my eyes. Thank you.
In my poem, I use the acronym Colleen because Colleen was such a beautiful soul, and I needed to find a way to accurately describe who she really was to me. Creative and caring, with a heart so true, open-hearted and outgoing, love followed you. Loving and legendary mother and grandmother, whose love couldn't be held within. Loyal and most times late, friend through thick and thin. Easygoing and effervescent, you loved an outing and a good laugh. Expert in your craft, for each piece you made became a walking autograph. Nurturing, noteworthy, nifty, neighborly, nourishing, nonchalant, nice, natty, neat, noble, and nimble. These ends are but a symbol, maybe even a thimble. 48 hours in one day was created specifically for you. Each time we called, you never hesitated, you always came through. The love you possess, you gave, and it showed. It was distributed freely as it had no place of abode. Colleen was by no means ordinary. She was legendary, a visionary, and world-class extraordinaire. Given measurements, material, and an idea, oh my goodness, not even Gucci or Coach could compare. Colleen's life was a beautiful scene, intricately woven with love, hope, faith, and a dream. She was a mother, sister, aunt, cousin, stepmother, grandmother, godmother, diligent worker and friend, with hands and a heart so true. The world was warmer and more beautiful because of you. To my sisters, Colleen has left an example for you. Demonstrate and practice a love for each other that's pure and true. You have a daughter and nieces that look up to you, so nurture the love that Colleen grew. From today onwards, let's be intentional about making memories. Let's chat about groceries, allergies, even toiletries. Memories remain vivid and last a lifetime. We can create them on FaceTime, daytime, nighttime, in our flexi time, airtime, coffee time, just about any time. And it doesn't have to cost a dime. I love you.
Next, we're going to hear from two of Colleen's special friends, Marcia and Hetty, and after that, we will have the eulogy by Mr. Winfield Griffith. Thank you.
Go first. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. A tribute to my best friend, Colleen Lorraine Yard. The 19th of January 2026 was a very sad day for me and for many of us. Today, on the 23rd of February 2026, I want to talk about our friendship. It started on our first day at Ellerslie Secondary School in 1968. We were 11 years old. During our journey as friends, other schoolmates joined us throughout the years at Ellerslie. Persons such as Sandra Rouse Newsom, Hetty Hines Johnson, Marcia Braffett, Angela Stevenson, Harriet Medford, Paul Leacock, Roosevelt Austin, Reggie Junie Williams, Walter Hackett, Owen Hollingsworth, and the late Errol Weir, to name a few. We enjoyed many outings together. We participated and watched extracurricular activities, attended many social events involving school and out of school. We also walked to and from school every day together. And on many occasions, we shared lunch from Mrs. Yard's home, Mrs. Yard, her mother. Colleen was a first-class driver at 16 years old and would drive us about in her father's car, the Hillman Hunter, whenever her father was overseas. Flashback, memories of us girls, a special group of us traveling in the car, often fighting for the front seat. Colleen had a friendly and pleasant personality and a smile that warmed your heart as it radiated the space she was in. As our friendship continued after school, we would go everywhere together. People seeing us without each other would ask, "Where's your other half?" Someone also described us as each other's shadow. A few teased, the two when I ain't gonna separate though, and Colleen often replied, "Friends till death." We made a vow that we would be godparents to all our children, don't care how many we got. That promise was kept. Nakomi and Nandi mine, Shamara hers. Such was the nature of our friendship that our friends became friends, her friends my friends, and vice versa. Colleen was blessed with a unique gift or talent. She could cut any style or design free-handed. That is, put scissors, tape measure to fabric, and cut it. Many of us today are wearing outfits that her amazing talent was instrumental in creating. She was also an excellent cook, or chef, if you want to call her that. I often told her that she loved to pamper the food. I mean, she would always add unusual ingredients or spices to give a different taste, thus taking a longer time to prepare the food. I remember the mellow cuckoo with tasty meats or fish on Saturdays. Whatever she prepared was delicious, finger-licking soul food, not finger-licking fast food. She was the most caring and giving person I have ever met. She often put others before self. A very forgiving individual who would often see the best in everyone. We never stopped speaking to each other. In other words, we never fall out with each other. We respected each other's decisions, views, and opinions, even when we differ. We communicated every day, sometimes 3 or 4 times a day. I could hear her now. Marcia, Holly, what's up? When answering my phone calls. She was a friend to many, but family meant a lot to Colleen. She spoke lovingly and proudly of her granddaughter, Zakia. Jazz, as she called her. She shared many of her exploits and achievements with me. Mrs. Yard, you raised a beautiful lady, a gem she was. Naomi and Nandi, where they are? Okay. She loved you both unconditionally. Her siblings, Anne, Carolita, Carl, and Carlisle, all her uncles, aunts, cousins, nephews, nieces, thank you for sharing her with me. I also thank God for giving me 57 years of friendship with Colleen. Colleen was a real, true friend, and I want to share a quote by Eleanor Roosevelt with you. Many people will walk in and out of your life, but only true friends leave footprints in your heart. Colleen Lorraine Yard, your footprints are in my heart, and the love I shared with you will always live on in my heart. May your soul rest in peace.
Stay right there. Good morning. My name is Hetty Hines, and Colleen Yard was my friend. She treated me more like a sister than a friend. She never let me forget. I said to her one time, Colleen, you know, since I moved back here, I'm all by myself. She got so angry. I thought she was gonna knock me out. She said, you are my extended family. Not only that, but my entire family is your extended family. So I'm gonna start by saying to the family, my deepest sympathy, and I'm all to Nikki and Nandi, her daughters, and her mom. My deepest condolences, first of all. God is good to the brokenhearted. He is gracious to the ones whose spirit is crushed. He is merciful and looks at the totality of our being. We must rest on his goodness and mercies and will to keep us in perfect peace. So I'm just asking you to hold on to his promise. He will see you through this and every situation. I can stand here and tell you many stories about Colleen and myself, but of course, this one, Marcia, I figured she would say most of our fun times. But I most want to say that when I think about Colleen, I think about love. The love that we shared. Colleen was selfless, patient, sacrificial, and trusting. She put others before herself. Although it sometimes made me angry at her, I knew that that was Colleen. And the love she shared for others. Colleen impacted the lives of so many people, and it's quite evident from the amount of people who are gathered here to pay respects to her, that she cared for all. Colleen, you will be greatly missed, but I am persuaded that neither death or life, nor angel, nor principalities, nor things present, nor things to come, nor powers, nor height or depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate our love. People may forget what you say. They might forget your good deeds. They may never have said thank you. Maybe they never publicly honored or acknowledged your service, but they would never forget the way you made them feel. I thank God for you, for being my friend and my sister. I have to interject something since this is Martin Luther King, since this is Black History Month. Martin Luther King, when he received the Nobel Peace Prize, said, "We have learned to fly the air like birds and swim the sea like fish, but we have not learned the simple act or art of living together as brothers." Colleen was a peacemaker. She demonstrated forgiveness and love, a lesson for all of us. I will always have our memories. We were called the Three Amigos, Colleen, Marcy, and I. And I have a little slight deviation from what Marcia said. The old car, or the car that her father had before, was a long seat, no divisions. And Colleen, Marcy, and I were all sitting in the front seat, no one in the back. That's how that's how we travel. So, yeah.
You're going. Continue.
Okay.
Go on. Go on. You sure that's where you're at?
Colleen and I would, when I go to her house, we would walk each other home. Colleen would walk me we just meeting like halfway. She's taking me halfway. Colleen would walk me to her house. I would walk back Colleen to her house. She would then walk me back halfway. And then I would walk her back halfway. I said, Colleen, we got to stop this foolishness. Her mother sometimes would say, what's wrong with you guys? You weren't here just a moment ago? Anyway, that was the Colleen. One time, someone said some disparaging things about me. And Colleen said to this person, you can't tell me about Hetty. I know Hetty all my life, and that is not Hetty. Colleen was my protector, and she was my defender, and I would never forget that. Rest in peace, my friend, and may your soul travel safely. Since I talk about love, I want to just say something about love. It says, if I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, and become a sounding brass or a clinging cymbal. And if I have the gift of prophecy and know all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to remove mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. And if I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and if I give my body to be burned, but have not love, it profiteth me nothing. Love suffereth long, and is kind. Love envieth not. Love vaunteth not itself. It is not puffed up. Doth not behave itself unseemly. Seeketh not its own. It is not provoked. Taketh no account of evil. Rejoiceth not in unrighteousness, but rejoiceth with the truth. Believe all things. Hopeth all things. Endureth all things. Love never faileth, but abideth faith, hope, and love. And of these, the greatest is love. I love Colleen. She loved me. And I'll miss you, Colleen.
Thank you.
after all that was said, I could say I concur and step back to the seat. Because what I've got to say basically is a reflection of everything that was said today, coming maybe from slightly different angles or using slightly different examples. I have to my right my wife, Alney, and my son, Alistair, right, representing two different generations, I guess. Colleen Lorraine Yard was born the 28th of September, 1956. That was about 6 years after I was born, which made me think that growing up together, she was more like my little sister than niece. She was born to my sister, who is sitting over there, Gloria, and her husband, Carl Yard. He is now deceased. She was the first of 4 children which came of that union. And she also embraced another sibling, Carlisle Thompson, who is sitting in the front row there. I stand here as her uncle, but with just only 6 years between us, we grew up like close siblings. As a child, she was always cheerful, considerate, and even-tempered. You heard that in a lot of what was said earlier. I doubt I've seen Colleen angry and losing her temper more than a few times in all the years that we've been together. In the household, she was obedient to her parents. Of course, back in those days, you didn't have a lot of choice as a child. You weren't given the latitude that children tend to get nowadays. She felt she needed to show an example to her siblings who came after her. And Carl, Carlita. Nobody else. I'm not missing anyone else. That affable personality continued throughout her adulthood, as you've heard much testimony to today. She stayed true to her friends and family. She was dependable. Many of her friends were lifelong friends, as again, they've attested to by their presence here today. A testimony to her considerable patience and affability. On a personal note, when my now late mother-in-law attained the landmark or life mark of 100 years old some years ago, one of the first guests she wanted to invite was Colleen, who she had met a handful of times in Barbados. But such was Colleen's impact on her that even at 100 years old, she could still remember Colleen to invite her to her birthday party. Colleen's talents in dress design and tailoring were recognized at a young age. In secondary school, she was outstanding in her home economics classes, often completing her assignments well within the specified deadlines and notable for their creativity. After graduating from Ellerslie Secondary School, she furthered her studies at the Samuel Chapman Prescott Polytechnic. On completion of her training, she decided to be self-employed, engaging in the profession for which she had a passion and natural skill. This culminated in her establishment of her business, you heard, Made to Measure. Such was her expertise that she attracted customers from all walks of life and even internationally. She once told me of an international entertainer who was coming to perform in Barbados. She received a call the day before his arrival for the performance. While she knew she could secure the material and have the suit completed in time for his performance, her worry was that she had no measurements for him. I heard one of the speakers say earlier how she could do anything with measurements. But this is an example of where she was forced to do it without. So she went online, a privilege that we all have in these days, and she looked for all the images she could find of this personality. Right? She looked at video, she looked at photos, and somehow, somewhere, among all these things, she got a profile of the man. And she built him a suit. She made him a suit. Still exceedingly fearful that it may not fit. When he turned up in the country the next day, she went to the hotel and he fitted the suit. And to her delight, it fitted perfectly. To his delight, too. As she said, she was surprised it was sitting down correct. Of course, she went on to say, I am convinced I can now build a suit for anyone if you just show me the corner that they got. Colleen was the epitome of empathy. Watching her operate as a businesswoman, one could only conclude that maximizing kindness and compassion towards her staff and customers alike superseded that of making profit. She paid the workers first, often leaving nothing for herself. She liberally exercised credit, extended credit to her customers, many of whom were delinquent in the payment. The most outstanding example of her compassionate nature came at the beginning of the school year, when credit and attendant delinquency would rise. Colleen exonerated delinquent parents by asserting that children must have their uniforms to go to school. A reason that can be added to that long list that Anne gave not so long ago. She always knew how to justify these things which were not always acting in her favor. In many ways, that she died suddenly was no surprise. Operating a small business is a majorly stressful undertaking. Apart from being the garment designer and maker, she was also manager, messenger, clerk, cashier, accountant, and we can name them all. This resulted in her, the busyness we can associate with her. I would call Colleen mostly around 9 at night, and she would say, "Oh, I am now getting in from work." And I knew she was getting in because she would be calling the names of the dogs outside of her door, which waited, I guess, for their meals as well as to earn them by guiding her into the door every night at around 9 o'clock. In addition, she raised her family of 2 girls, mostly as a single parent after their father died sometime before, while they were very young. Colleen was a resolute and protective mother to her 2 daughters. She ensured that they had enough time to dedicate to their school assignments. Her attitude towards their education is the reason that both of them now are conducting successful adult life. Nakomi holds a coveted position as a driver on the Boston Railroad. I believe they call train drivers engineers. Nakomi is an engineer on the Boston Railroad. You know the responsibility of having a train with maybe 40 carriages, the way some of those railroads are. You know, hundreds of people's lives in your hand daily. And Nandi, apart from her love of dancing, is completing her master's degree at UWI. I was also privileged to see Colleen virtually risking her life to protect Nandi when she was 4 to 5 years old. I believe I encouraged them to go on a boat ride in Carlisle Bay. It was on one of these glass-bottom boats so that Nandi could see the turtles in their natural habitat. And of course, to see the turtles up close, you needed to get into the water. Now, getting into the water meant putting on a mask, a snorkel if you wanted to, right? A life belt, of course, the most important piece of equipment. and jumping in at, in the first instance, 20 or so feet where the turtles would gather. Nandi, in her youth, childhood exuberance, much of which she still has, was first to jump into the water, followed by Colleen, surprisingly, right, who normally, even though she was an avid seagoer and all that, would never have found herself in water 20 feet deep. Right? Colleen jumped into the water to make sure Nandi was all right, even though there were others who were adept swimmers and so on around. But she had to be close to Nandi at that tender age to make sure she was all right. Eventually, and even more amazingly during the trip, Nandi, we went out to the deeper parts to view the wrecks in Carlisle Bay. That water is known to be around to reach as much as 60 feet at time. To my surprise, Nandi and Colleen in tow got into that water about 60 feet deep to view the wrecks at as close a range as you can at that height, at that depth. Colleen was always busy. She worked exceedingly long days and would always be hustling from one thing to another. There was hardly any time for rest and relaxation. Annual vacations were not factored into her life. If she traveled overseas, Anne could attest, she always wanted to get back home in a great hurry because there was so much to be done. Colleen's lifestyle of helpfulness, her constant availability and listening ear, and cheerful encouragement, and her demanding occupation, no doubt took their toll on her life. We as a family are very grateful for her contribution while she was alive. We also take solace in the fact that only 2 days before her death, we came together as a family, an idea which was floated by my wife somewhat, I will say, out of the blue a few days before. She said, but this family hasn't been together for a long time. And we called up hurriedly as many people as we could find at the time, and the next day or so we were together, and Colleen was there. We never knew it would have been her last, her farewell visit. It was indeed the last time that most of our family members were in the presence of Colleen. And they all said to us afterwards, thanks for making that happen, because we shall sorely miss her. May she rest in peace.
Thank you very much. At this stage, we are going to have a musical tribute from none other than Arturo Tapin. Thank you, Arturo. Jennifer Ford is described as one who was like family to Colleen. She has a poem. This one is called Life Well Lived.
Good afternoon, everyone. Life well lived. A life well lived is a precious gift of hope and strength and grace from someone who has made our world a brighter, better place. It's filled with moments sweet and sad, with smiles and sometimes tears, with friendships formed with and good times shared and laughter through the years. A life well lived is a legacy of joy and pride and pleasure, a lasting living memory our grateful hearts will treasure. With heavy hearts, we love you. Colleen, if love could have kept you here, you will still be with us today. We will surely miss you.
Have I told you? Have I shown you what I'm feeling when I hold you? Feels like heaven, heaven surrounds me. Every time you wrap your arms around me. And there's nothing I could say or ever do to deserve the love of a mother like you. When you're with me, when you kiss me, when you tell me how much you miss me, brings me closer to forever. And there's nothing I could say or ever do to deserve the love of a mother like you. Mother like you, mother like you. Where will I go? What would I be? Who would I be? Oh, without a mother like you. Oh, a mother like you. Have I told you? Have I shown you what I'm feeling when I'm with you? Feels like heaven, heaven surrounds me. Every time you wrap your arms around me. And there's nothing I can say or ever do to deserve the love of a mother like you.
Thank you very much. Shamara Hollingsworth is a goddaughter of Colleen's, and she is here to present another poem.
Good afternoon, everyone. Just before I start, I was listening to everything, and one of the things that came to me is that Auntie Colleen is probably one of the wealthiest people that I have ever known because she was well loved and she loved well. Not how did she die? Not how did she die, but how did she live? Not what did she gain, but what did she give? These are the units to measure the worth of a person regardless of his or her birth. Not what was her church, nor what was her creed, but had she befriended those really in need? Was she ever ready with words of good cheer to bring back a smile and banish a tear? Not what did the notices in the newspaper say, but how many were sorry when she passed away. Thank you.
Like a comet blazing across the evening sky, gone too soon. Like a rainbow fading in the twinkling of an eye, gone too soon. Shining, sparkling, and splendidly bright, here one day, gone one night. Like a sunset fading in the rising of the moon, gone too soon. Like a castle built upon a sandy beach, gone too soon. Like a perfect flower that is just outside your reach, gone too soon. Born to amuse, to inspire, to delight, here one day, gone one night. Like a dying sunset at the rising of the moon, gone too soon. Gone too soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Gage. Now, Rhythm Tribe and the UWI Dance Ensemble will perform in one of the many costumes made by Colleen.
never lose your sense of wonder. You get your fill to eat, but always keep that hunger. May you never take one single breath for granted. God forbid love ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small standing by the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. If the heavens above more than just a passing glance, and when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. Oh, I hope you dance. Moving your salon, tell me who dance. Oh yeah. I hope you still feel small standing by the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. Oh, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. Oh, I hope you dance. I'm gonna tell you time. Oh, and that's so long. Oh, and that's so long. Tell me who wants to look now and wonder. Well, the years have come on, time is on lady. Oh, where they have
Colorful. That was both colorful and graceful. Wonderful. Some other contributions before we close today. We have Perry Allen Hughes, a cousin from the UK, with a well-known song called If You Go Away.
Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, it's been such a shock. I better not say much more, otherwise I won't be able to sing. But I just want to say that myself and my two brothers, we flew in from the UK on Saturday night, and just completely bowled over by what's happened. This wonderful woman who, whenever we came to Barbados, would be so welcoming and friendly, so kind and loving, all the things that people have already talked about. One of my best times, my best visits to Barbados was when I stayed with her for about 4 weeks in the 1980s. Yeah, lots of fun. And then she'd always, any one of us who came in, she'd come and always make it her business to come and see us off at the airport. So, Nikki and Nandi, I'm so sad you've lost your mum. A beautiful woman, inside and out. This is for her. And it's called If You Go Away.
If you go away on that summer's day, well, you might as well take the sun away. All the birds that flew in the summer sky when our love was new and our hearts were high and the day was young and the night was long and the moon stood still for the nightbird's song. If you go away, if you go away, if you go away, if you go away, as I know you will, you must tell the world to stop turning, 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 till you return again. If you ever do, for what good is love without loving you? Can I tell you now, as you turn to go, I'll be dying slowly till the next hello. If you go away, if you go away, please don't go away. But if you stay, I'll make you a day like no day has been, or will be again. We'll sail on the sun, we'll ride on the rain, we'll talk to the trees and worship the wind. But if you go, I won't cry, though the good is gone from the word goodbye. If you go away, if you go away, if you go away. If you go away, as I know you must, there'll be nothing left in this world to trust. Just an empty room full of empty space, like that empty look I saw on your face. shadow of your dog. If I thought it might have kept you by my side. If you go away, if you go away, if you go away.
Thank you. The other contributions are going to come in this order. I do it this way to speed it up a little. So take note of who's coming next. There's to be a solo, a poem by Aisha Moore Niles, a goddaughter. Then we go back to Alex Cage for a solo. Then a poem by another goddaughter in Colleen Roberts. And then we come back to Perry Allen Hughes with another solo before the commendation. So that's the order, and just let it flow. Thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. She's gone. You can shed tears that she's gone, or you can smile because she has lived. You can close your eyes and pray that she will come back. Or you can open your eyes and see all that she has left. Your heart can be empty because you can't see her. Or you can be full of the love that you shared. You can turn your back on tomorrow and live yesterday. Or you can be happy for tomorrow because of yesterday. You can remember her and only that she is gone. Or you can cherish her memory and let it live on. You can cry and close your mind, be empty and turn your back. Or you can do what she would want, smile, open your eyes, love, and go on. Thank you.
Be ever so near. That's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use in crying? You see that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Move all your sadness, throw away all your sadness. You'll see that life is still worthwhile if you just
Good afternoon, everyone. My poem is Let Me Go. Now that I've come to the end of the road and the sun has set for me, I want no rights in a gloomy filled room. Why cry for a soul set free? Miss me a little, but not for long, and not with your heads bowed low. Remember the love that once we shared. Miss me, but let me go. For this is a journey we all must take, and each must go alone. It's all part of the Master's plan, a step on the road to home. When you are lonely and sick at heart, go to the friends we know. Laugh at all the things we used to do. Miss me, but let me go.
I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. In that small cafe, the park across the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut trees, the wishing well. So I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything the sliding game. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you. I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything that's light and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be missing you.
Donna Hope brings us the commendation.
Good afternoon, all. As Colleen said just now, miss me, but let me go. What I say to you is, when some sorrow like a mighty river flows through your life with peace-destroying power, and dearest things are swept from sight forever, say to your heart each trying hour, this too shall pass. Colleen Lorraine Yard. There's a sadness in our hearts as we say goodbye. but there is heartfelt gratitude for your life, and we will never forget the warmth of your love. When we are weary and in need of strength, when we are lost and sick at heart, when we have a joy we crave to share, when we have decisions that are hard to make. At the blowing of the wind and in the chill of cold nights, at the opening of the buds and in the rebirth of spring, at the blueness of the skies and in the warmth of summer, at the rustling of the leaves and in the beauty of the trees. As long as we live, you too will live, for you're always a part of us as we remember you. Thank you.
Alana Griffith.
Thank you, Colleen Lorraine Yard, for all you were and all that you gave and the nice way you did it. But now it's time to say a final goodbye, thus committing your memory to our hearts for the rest of our days. To everything, there is a season and a time to every purpose on earth, a time to be born and a time to die. Here in this last act, in sorrow but without fear, in love and appreciation, we leave you in peace. And with respect, we bid you farewell. With deep love and affection, we now commit your earthly body to its natural end, to be transformed into the elements of the universe. You were a great joy. We are proud of who you were. Thank you, Colleen.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friends, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway, but more, much more than this, I did it my I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do. I saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, that I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was down, I needed up and spit it and I stood tall and did it my way. Yes, there were times I'm sure you knew that I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I did it all and spit it out. I faced it all. And I stood tall and did it my way.
Well, you certainly can count me among those who will remember this name, Alex Cage, for the outstanding performances that you put down here today. And all the other contributors, all the other people who performed and made this such a touching, yet at the same time a tastefully done presentation. And I congratulate you, Anne, and other members of the family, and extend to you my own sincere condolences on Colleen's passing. And at this stage, let me also thank all of you for not only coming here, but staying here. For the length of time that you have been here, and I've come to this particular chapel on a number of occasions, I have seldom seen it this packed. And that says a lot about the impact that Colleen Yard has had on so many lives in this country. And so I wish you a safe journey home, and I wish you well, and do take care of yourselves. Goodbye.
Around the sun, the sheets revolving, and the rosebuds know the blooming of the May. Jesus hate knows love's the cure. You can rest your mind assured that I'll be loving you always. You can't meet the mysteries of tomorrow, but a passing will grow older every day. Just as long as born is new, to the word I say is true, that I'll be loving you always. Until the rainbows burn the stars out in the sky, until the oceans cover every mountain high, until the dolphins fly and parrots live at sea, until the dream of life in life becomes the dream. Don't you know that your love has for nothing? Her acceptance is a lonely baby pain. And don't you know that life is giving love a guarantee to last till forever and another day. Just as time you to move on since the beginning, and the Seasons know exactly when to change. Just as old as born is new, to the word I say is true, that I'll be loving you always. As today I know I'm living but tomorrow can be mean the best, but then I mustn't fear. Cause I know deep in my mind the love I've left behind, that I'll be loving you always, until the rainbows burn the stars out in the sky. Always, until the rainbows cover every mountain high. Always, until the dolphins fly and parrots live at sea. Until the dream of life in life becomes